Now we have an implicit differentiation question. So what we need to do is derive both sides of the equation. So we're going to have d dx on both sides. And so I'm going to apply it to every element here. This is going to look a bit tedious at the beginning, but it's going to be worth it, I promise. So I'll just basically take out the constants because that's a property of derivatives anyways, right? So I have minus 10 times d dx of x squared plus d dx of xy squared. Now, the derivative of a constant is just 0. So there we go. Now, for this, I will need to use the product rule of derivatives. So I'm going to have to go d dx of x cubed times y plus x cubed d dx of y minus 10. Now, the derivative of x squared is just 2x, right? I just need to bring down the exponent, right? And subtract 1 from the exponent. So here, so I have 2x to the power of 2 minus 1 plus 1, so that's it. So 10 times, negative 10 times 2x is just negative 20x, but I'll write that in the next step. Over here we need to do, or to use the product rule again. So that will be d dx of x times y squared plus x times d dx of y squared. And that's equal to 0. Great. Now, I'm just going to change the color back to red, otherwise it's going to be way too confusing. The derivative of x cubed, what is that going to be? I need to bring down the exponent, subtract 1 from it, so it's 3x squared times y. Now, d dx of y is just dy dx, right? So that's going to be x cubed times dy dx, which is the derivative itself, right? Now, over here, I just have minus 20x, like I mentioned before. What about there? d dx of x, the derivative of x is just 1. 1 times y squared, y squared. And finally, I have this element here, which is just x. Now, the derivative of y squared, we're going to need to just bring down the exponent, subtract 1 from the y, so get 2, just 2y, right? So the derivative with respect to y of y squared is just 2y. But because we took the derivative of y, we end up with a dy dx here as well. That's equal to 0. Now, we're interested in the slope of the curve at 1, 0. So at this point, I can actually already plug in 1 for x and 0 for y, and then later evaluate dy dx. Okay, so now I plug in the 1 here, so 3 times 1 squared times 0, right? So plug in 1 for x, 0 for y, plus 1 cubed times dy dx, minus 20 times 1, plus y squared. Y squared is again just going to be 0 squared, plus 1 times 2 times 0 times dy dx. It's nice that all these terms with multiplied by 0 are just going to disappear, right? So that's gone, because anything times 0 is 0. That's gone also. What else is gone? This is gone as well. So the whole thing just ends up as 1 cubed times dy dx, so that's just dy dx, or dy over dx. Negative 20 times 1 minus 20 equals 0. Then I can just take this to the other side of the equation. So dy dx is 20. And that's it. So the answer is E.